Welcome back, you guys, and welcome to Okaloosa Island. Today we are going to take you on a tour of all of Okaloosa Island, all of the secret beach accesses, the public beach accesses, the boat ramp, and a private tour on one of our listings that is really pretty. It's on the water, kind of in two ways. All right, let's go check it out.
A multi-million-dollar property. Got to emphasize that. Absolutely beautiful. So a lot of really great things happening. Stick around. We're going to be doing driving. We're going to be showing all of these. These are secret accesses right here. Like, most tourists don't know this. So if you're thinking about moving down here, you need to know these beach accesses right here on Okaloosa Island. Let's get into it.
I don't even know if you guys can hear this, but we're going to start off here at Rockin' Tacos and grab some food because I'm starving. And he's just here because I make him come with me on YouTube videos to go eat. Here we are at what you would call Boardwalk. Let's go check it out a little bit. All right, here we are walking inside of the actual boardwalk. It's pretty cool. Got some stores up here. And some stairs I don't want to trip on because y'all know my ankles, right? Ah! Pretty cool. Little kite store here. Here's the access over here to Rockin' Tacos and go up these stairs. Dangerous stairs again. You can come down here and you have some restaurants off, or not restaurants, but restrooms. But check out the beach over here. So as you guys can see, right now we're at the time of year where we're going to be having some, not softball, volleyball tournaments. Can you tell I don't do sports at all? Which is why cardio is not my thing. But whole lot going on over here at the boardwalk. So you're going to see like the parking situation, not super fun. But the views are great. The food is kind of meh, but the views well make up for it.
It's normally pretty good.
It's all right. I don't know that I would necessarily like write home about anything here. I'm never like, wow, this is great. But it's definitely, you're not going to be disappointed by it.
It's like typical tourist.
Yeah. Here we have some fun foods too. Like you've got Pinot Gelato over here. So you can get some shaved ice. Pretty cool. And then the crab trap up this way. Grab some beverages and more beach access over here. I can smell a little devil's lettuce. You can tell it's super busy and it's a Friday.
Drink too much in the Florida sun. These people are hooked up to IVs and trying to get rehydrated, so be very careful if you're going to be out here. It's warm. We're not even at the hot part of the year yet.
Oh, this is definitely the spot for Mongo over here. We'll have some live music over here sometimes. Super cool. Hey, Mongo, you gonna play in the water?
No.
No? Fun for kids.
Okay, a little bit.
A little bit? Me too, but it wasn't intentional.
By proxy.
Got some cool outdoor spaces over here by Al's. Like I said, a lot of times they'll have live music over here. It's just super fun. And the parking just continues. Over here you've got another restaurant. It's a little bit more isolated into itself. Anglers, it's a little bit of a fancier spot than over here on this side. And you've also got the pier. Want to tell them about the pier, Mongo?
Yeah, absolutely. So last time, it's been a while since I've been out there, but it's either $2 to $3 to walk out there. It's really good for fishing. If you want to go out there, you'll generally see some great birds and stuff that are out there. Pelicans, and I can't even tell you all the different birds. There's so many up there here. You gotta walk all the way out to the end, fish out there, you can just look down. It's really cool. We used to go out there for hurricanes, whenever the hurricane was just passing us. And we'd go out and just drink beers and just see the waves rocking and stuff. It's pretty nice.
Mongo!
Meanwhile. Nice.
Sometimes this is how you have to park if you want to come to Okaloosa Island.
All right, so we're heading out right now. We're gonna head east into Destin.
Well, towards Destin.
Towards Destin. We're not going into Destin.
Sorry, Destin, not today.
Not today. We'll save you for another video. So this is traffic. What is this? Mid-April? End of April, technically. So this is what it'll look like. It'll get a little bit worse around spring break, although this is kind of traffic hour for us. It's 4:15 in the afternoon.
This is a bad idea.
As you'll see all of this.
Okay.
We'll be able to turn around at the end of the island. It'll be fine.
I'm just thinking we're going to sit in that traffic when we do.
Yep, that's going to be a part of it. We're going to get to sit in the traffic too, guys. We have to deal with it just as much as you guys do. So we've got sea spray here. If you guys follow our videos, this is sea spray. We just did a video on that. So to get you guys oriented a little bit, everything on this side over here is beach. This is the Gulf of Mexico. It's where you get our white sand beaches. And everything here on the left side is the bay and a little bit of the sound when we go a little bit further left. So right here is Beasley State Park. This is a public park. Costs nothing to go here, but you cannot bring your buses or RVs or tractor trailers, which would be a weird thing to bring to the beach, in my opinion. Got lots of parking out here, lots of pavilions, big old trucks. There's, even now, as you can see, this is a very abundant time to be out here. Lots of people. Abundant's probably not the right word for this, but there are a lot of people out here, and you still got tons of parking. So this is one of the main areas that a lot of people go to. This is actually where most of your tourists are going to go to, is here and where we were before. Just on the other side of what you're seeing right now. But we're going to show you guys, I'm sorry? Yeah, so these dunes, we'll talk about that here in just a second. Let me finish my thought. But this is where most of the tourists are going to go. We're going to show you guys some of the secret spots that the locals go to that are fairly obvious to go to, but a lot of people that visit here don't know about them unless they're staying in the condos. So these dunes out here, they're all protected. That's why you've got these fences here. We don't want people walking on them. So if you come out here, please protect the dunes. It's for the safety of our wildlife, and it's also for the safety of the people that live here, because surprisingly enough, these little tiny dunes, they don't seem that big. They do help with hurricanes and stopping some of that force whenever they get to the land. So you'll see these all over the place. In fact, when we come out of here and go a little bit further down to show you like the military area, for those of you that are military, there used to be one that was huge, like 4 stories in the air. It was absolutely crazy, and it's much smaller now. I used to have a name for it. I could never think of the dang name, though. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, mommy. That was weird even for me to say, just for the record. So as you guys will see here on the right side, you'll see some cars parked. You'll also see it on the left side. We'll probably get that on the way back since we'll have lots of traffic to sit in. These are other little areas you can go down and walk through. You can kind of see the path and went there pretty quick. You'll have a couple of those spots as we go around here. You'll probably see a car at every single one of them. So folks that don't want to go to the pavilions or have those bathrooms, I don't really care about those. These are great little places to park to get out on the beach. Just know that you are going to have a little bit of a trek to get out there, because as you can see, it goes on for kind of a while. So if you're carrying a cooler, you're carrying a backpack full of stuff, remember that sand is going to be out there on the way, and it is going to, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a little trek. So as you can see here on the left side now, that is the bay. So whenever we say the bay, that's what we mean. We don't mean your girlfriend, which could also be your bay.
It took me a second. I was like, how is a bay your girlfriend? Oh, yeah.
This whole water here, as you can kind of see where it's a little bit lighter of a shade, that is because it is very, very, very shallow there. So this is great if you want to take a younger child to kind of splash around and not have to worry about the waves of the Gulf of Mexico. You'll see a couple of buildings out here. You're not going to be able to get to these, or if you do, good luck, you might get in trouble. A lot of these are military buildings. This land does sit on a land lease and is technically owned by Eglin Air Force Base, even though you'll see lots of properties and stuff like that. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but you can buy out of the land lease, so don't worry if you're thinking about buying here on Okaloosa Island. Not a problem at all. They do just have some restrictions on like height and stuff that's not going to affect anybody buying on the island. This is a 3.1 mile strip to go from where we kind of started. It actually starts a little bit before where we were at the Boardwalk, all the way into Destin, which the video's not really showing it, but it's right about there off in the distance a little bit. And this right here used to be that huge dune. As you can see, it has just been demolished by hurricanes over the last 20 years. This thing used to be like really, really big, and people would slide down it in trash can lids and sleds and stuff. Boogie boards, because that's a little bit more abundant here than sleds. And it used to be a fun little time for the children. This is another one of those little spots here to kind of hang out in. As you can see, not a whole lot of people. So if you're looking for a section of beach that is a little bit more secluded when it is just jam-packed, these are great options. But again, as you can see, they're trekking their stuff out there. It's going to take a little bit to get there.
Also, keep in mind that you're parking directly in the sand out here. People get stuck all the time. If you're in just a regular two-wheel drive sedan, I would not risk it.
Very good point. I'm glad you brought that up, because we do see, I don't think I've ever gone a season without seeing at least half a dozen people getting pulled out and they just bury one of their tires.
Should I keep going or should I turn around?
I would go to the next left and turn around probably. I know we wanted to see. So I think we'll get just to it before we need to turn around.
It's right here.
But this is the military base area here. If you are a dependent, you are active duty, you can actually see the pavilions there off in the distance, and a huge parking lot. This is where you would go if you want to get your own little piece of paradise. They generally, it's either free or they charge, I think, $2 to $3 or something like that to get your entire vehicle there. It's not per person, or at least it wasn't when I was going there. It's been kind of a while since I've been there, so it may have changed. But nice little area. Those pavilions are nice. They keep up with them. They're clean. Gives you a good restroom for you ladies that, maybe going into the water, or I guess going into the water wouldn't be that big of a deal.
If the water's not freezing or
If
full
they're
of
not-
jellyfish.
Yes, so it gives you a nice clean place to go to the restroom, clean up when you're done, get in the shade if you need to, wash your hands, if you get all that, get some Kool-Aid on it or vodka soda or whatever you're drinking. I don't know what people drink at the beach. I know what I drink at the beach.
I drink water at the beach.
Mm-hmm. We totally believe you. What?
That motorcycle.
Oh, jeez.
Not caring about this guy trying to merge.
Yeah, I don't know if I caught that on camera or not, but that's Florida life right there.
Yeah, he was totally in the wrong.
These drivers do not mess around. So a lot of this is protected land. You're not going to be able to do anything out here at all. You've got the fence there. This is all Coast Guard owned from this section here before we get to the shallow end of the water. That we'll see in a bit. And I'm going to put you guys down here for just a minute. We've got some traffic to get through, but I'm going to pop the camera up a couple of times here so you guys can see some of the other things as we get a little bit closer. See you in a second. Why don't y'all look at them? So jet skis in the bay, always a really good time because the waves are not as good, although that guy is getting some height out there. It's always kind of nice because it's a little bit more calm. Same within the sound. Once you get out to Crab Island, it'll start opening up a little bit more. And then if you take it out of the Gulf of Mexico, which I do not suggest for most
jet ski owners, especially if you're renting them. They don't like that. But you definitely could. All right, so this is Gulf Island National Seashore. This is another little kind of park area. This is all on the bay side here. There's plenty of parking. There's good bathrooms. You know, like a lot of the places here, they're pretty good about that. But this is where a lot of folks will go, especially with the younger kids, or if you're looking for something just a little bit more relaxed. You don't really care about all the waves from the beach. All the trees are covering it now, but it's actually a nice kind of little chill spot.
I used to love bringing Sage over there. There are these little like sand pathways across the sand. There's like it's a really grassy area. You're probably going to want to keep your beach shoes on because they've got that like pokey grass, you know, with the spurs.
That's the official name, yeah, pokey grass.
Pokey grass, hate it. The official grass of Florida. Pokey grass, but not to be confused with poke bowl.
Yeah, just delicious, but it's different.
Just different. More rice and same amount of fish. So it is super, super flat, super calm. You get like hermit crabs, and there are always like a whole bunch of other kids out there. Folks will set up their umbrellas. It's not a very like wide stretch of beach for getting set up, but it's enough that you can get comfortable, bring a cooler, what have you, and just like Mongo said, not have to worry terribly about your child or children like running off into some deep water. It stays shallow for like eons. It's cool.
It's a long time, it's eons.
A long time.
And what's really cool about it here too is because it's so shallow, which I know I kind of mentioned already, you can actually walk out quite a ways, even at like a, you know, even if you're a very short person. And in case you didn't know, this just reminded me, if you guys do move down here to purchase, we have a buyer's advantage program, and one of those things is use of a moving truck, among many other cool little things. And look how cute it is! It's off subject. Okay, one more thing to point out right here before we head left and show you all the secret public beach accesses. Right here, look at all this cool stuff. So that's a putt-putt course. It's all part of the adventure zone here. This is a great place to take the kiddos. So right there, you've got like a bungee swing thing. You've got a race car track. You got bumper boats over here. And I know I'm missing something. Oh, and then of course the arcade inside. And there's something else out here. It is escaping me right now, but a cool little spot. Not too expensive, even for an arcade. You can get away with a good $20 and it will last you about 4.5 minutes. So a good value there. I think it's going to be a lot longer than that. You'll get to enjoy it a little bit more, but I like to exaggerate. And this is the Emerald Coast Convention Center, or Destin Fort Walton Beach Convention Center. So if you're out here for a convention, this would be it. Very big space. It's also got underground parking that you can't really see here. A lot of cool stuff that goes down over there.
Down in the underground parking.
Down in the underground parking. And yes, you guessed it. We have, oh wait for the camera. Yeah, you see that right there? Yeah, we have, wait for the camera. Yeah, we've got water towers. No big deal. We've got water towers. So if you were worried that we don't have water here, you're wrong. We do. So take that. Oh man, I should have thought about this a second ago. See this right here? I was like pointing this out. This is like a nerd fact. So I apologize if you guys aren't into that. See that beach ball that's up there on top of this building? So this building is owned in part by the military. It is a hotel as well. And that little guy right there, that beach ball, is actually a satellite that tracks, would it be called asteroids or moving objects in space? Forgive me.
Meteors?
Meteors, whatever. I kind of forgot the exact nomenclature. But it tracks them. It tracks over 1 million different ones to see where their pathways might go, to see if any of them will collide with the Earth in the future. So pretty cool. We'll have many, many years heads up for our own Dune. Aren't you excited about that?
I am so excited.
Oh, it's so good. I like it.
Do you want to tell them what that bridge is?
Yes, this is a bridge up here. And it goes
over the water.
It goes over the water and into Fort Walton Beach. They're currently doing a lot of construction. That's why you can see the cranes. They're trying to open this up because the reason we're sitting in traffic is because this is sort of a bottleneck. And then it bottlenecks even more once you get into Fort Walton. So they're trying to open that all up. There's this huge debate on what they were going to do with it. Are they going to open it? Are they going to do a different route? Are they going to go around? What are they going to do? So I think what they're doing now is just expanding on it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's as I understand it too. It's actually why there was a Waffle House right here. That is gone because that was supposed to be a part of it. They thought about doing the bridge here. So I'm still not 100% sure on why this ended up going. I'm wondering if it's just to expand this road, as you can see where this kind of dirt mound here is. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason they got rid of that Waffle House, but I think they probably could have kept it and just said, hey, give me some of your parking spot. But, you know, it's I didn't get to make those decisions. Okay, we are now headed down the main livable area of Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island. You'll see condos on our left side. Everything on the left side will be condos and a couple of townhomes that are technically, to us, we would call them townhomes, but they're technically classified as condos. And you'll have some restaurants and adult venues and stuff. There's a great pizza place, cool little mini golf. There's stuff like that over here. And then you've got some more condos and townhomes on this side, and then about a quarter of the way down from where we're driving, we'll switch into single family residences only. This is all intentional. It's part of the land lease. So earlier I mentioned it was a land lease. That means everybody that owned on this island, emphasis on the word owned, you know, like past tense, was on a land lease, meaning that you didn't own the land that you purchased on. But that is no longer the case. You can now buy out that land lease. I think it's $499 or $549 or something like that. It ends up costing about $700 or $800 when you close on it with a title company. So everything on the left side, again, condos, you'll notice that they are no higher than 7 floors. That is because the land lease states that none of the buildings will be higher than 75 feet here. And that is so the military can still fly their operations. Back when I was active duty, we used to fly all of this. It's called a beach run. We would do it every Friday as a morale flight to kind of boost morale because they fly us like freaking animals, which is probably not the best correlation because I don't think animals fly that much, but you get my point. You see everything here. Switch now to the single family residences. Now, previously, you could not short-term rent any of these legally, technically, whatever word is that you want to use it now, but we are seeing more and more of those happen. So I'm not 100% sure if they're releasing that or people are just doing what they want now. Or if it's just a matter of buying out the lease and then you don't have to worry about that portion. Now, the land lease didn't cost anything. So if you are worried about it, how much is this going to cost me? It costs $0 and it's automatically recurring every 99 years. We're about 90 years into it right now. But they're not too worried about it. They do want to make sure that they open it up. The only real reason they did it was to enforce code so that the military can use it for what they want. As you will see at the way end of this road later, it goes into a military installation that you can't really get on. There's a gate there and a gentleman watching it.
We are actually on our way to one of my listings right here. It's a 614 Pelican. And surprise, we're going to take you on a property tour.
Property tour. Ooh, shaking the camera for effect. Oh, they got the gate open for us too. So nice of them. Oh my gosh, I love these trees. I haven't actually been out to this property yet.
Yeah.
I know, I'm bad. I should be out here. Oh, cool. Comes with a punching bag.
Don't actually touch those. Oh my gosh. There was one at a property I showed yesterday, and before I could even say anything, my client walked up and touched it. Y'all, those are like mosquito bags. They're covered in the stickiest, nastiest substance. You do not want to touch it at all. And she just like, oh my God, we couldn't get it up. And we still had one more property to show. So moral of the story, just don't touch things.
I'm touching it.
All right, this house is awesome. I absolutely love it. They paid attention to all the detail here. You can see we've got these iron gates on either side, so you can just kind of close yourself in like a compound, which it basically is, with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, over 3,000 square feet. You're sitting on over a third of an acre. You've got pavers down here so that you don't have to mow like anything. This is the ultimate retreat where everything's like done for you, and the whole house is rated to be safe even up to or over 200 mile per hour winds from hurricanes. The owners were really dedicated towards making this a safe haven for themselves, and this is going to get passed on to whoever buys it next, you know. If you look over here, we've got some posts, and they've put, you know, the little brackets on it as if you're going to tie on a boat, so you'll see this very like Kenny Chesney-esque, very beachy country theme throughout the entire property. Seafoam greenhouse, and look at all of this space here. There's even more on the other side, but for now, like, just thinking, you got all these banana trees that are coming through. You've got all these palms, and they're not the ugly palm trees either. Look, I know I'm a Florida girl, but I'm still biased when it comes to our palm trees. They are not all created equally. Some are better than others, and these ones are the nice ones. I think they're, what is it, Queen Anne's, I think they're called?
I have absolutely no idea. I am the wrong person for plants. It has always been a weak game in my real estate.
You've got a 2-car garage here, which is awesome. So in addition to all of this parking space and all the various areas to just hang out, you've still got a place to park indoors. So you can store all your stuff and park indoors, even though us Floridians don't tend to park in the garage. You know, you could here.
I just had to point that out.
Yeah, well, Franco will be glad that you did.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they have completely renovated this entire house. Everything has been redone to just be the best of the best. Updated wiring, updated plumbing, updated fixtures throughout. This island, like, I don't even know how many people I would want to serve at some kind of party, mostly because I don't like hostessing, but I could definitely fit a lot of people right here. We'll come through this way just to kind of, you know, get a feel for the space. Look at these ceilings too that they've got going on throughout. So just like I said, a very beachy feel throughout the entire property. This house, you're easy walking access to the beach, and then you've got the sound right here on the other side. You've got gas for your appliances. That's a big deal for you. You've got a full bathroom here right off the back of the kitchen, not like in the kitchen where it's kind of weird, but off the back of it, so you can have a guest space here.
I really like these lights here too, like behind the mirror. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Small touches excite me.
Yeah. You can close this door off going into the kitchen area, and then you've got almost this like separate space that, so if you want to have a guest over, they've got their own bathroom here and a full-size bedroom right over here that actually has its own access to the bathroom as well. So tons of privacy. You've got your laundry room here. Kind of doubles as like your laundry and pantry area. And then your access to the garages.
Oh, it's deep too.
Yep. You've got cabinets throughout. You've got fans, obviously. They kind of keep it well ventilated. Some windows over here so you can open everything out, or open everything up and be working out here, whether you want to exercise or be working on projects. You've got tons of space, and you can keep that air circulation going through.
Exercise.
You got wood look wood look tile throughout. You got another access to the exterior over here, and I'll go ahead and show that to you. Maybe. Doors never like me. I don't know what it is. It's definitely me though. So you can come back here. This is one side of the house. You know, we had a bunch of space on the other side. We've got this side over here, and you've got this storage shed right over here that has, I guess we're gonna just walk over there. I would have to undo this whole thing. We're not undoing it, but there's water here. Alan's gonna see this video and be like, come on, AJ. That's not actually the word he's gonna use, in case you're watching this.
It's not.
All right, so we're gonna go back in through the kitchen. You'll notice that the house just flows. So there are multiple like ingress egress points throughout the entire house. So we've got, your dining feeding straight into your living area. And we're gonna come back to this space. I wanna show you the other bedrooms. You've got a full bath here, also easily accessible for guests. Great size bedroom here.
I like the color.
I know, they did a really great job.
It's really hard to tell on the camera, but this is almost like a little bit darker shade of emerald green. It actually looks really good.
You've got another room over here. This one doesn't have a closet, so you probably use it as an office, as you can see they have. But it would be nothing difficult to add a closet here if you did want one. This is another bedroom. And then we come into the master. And they changed the ceiling in the master, so you have a little bit of a different feeling here.
I like it when they throw wood on ceilings.
Me too. So pretty. And the master bath is absolutely gorgeous. You have so much space.
Oh wow. I didn't walk in here earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, auto light. I like auto lights.
I do too.
Oh wow, there's so much room for activities in here. Oh, I like this. You got the handle here. It's always such a small touch, but I like it. And of course you guys know what I feel about rain shower heads, whatever you call them. I really like them.
Yes, they're the best. And you've got some double doors here.
Oh, and a cool chair so that you can tie your shoes. All right, keep going. Tell us the important stuff as I throw you off.
And you step into this, it's sort of like a Florida room, but it's been added to the house, so it is part of the square footage now. It's connected to the central heating and air. There is a mini split over here to kind of assist, in case you want to have these doors open. And they've continued that wood ceiling throughout over here. You do have a fireplace up against this wall over here. If we walk over here, you see that this was what we were looking at from within the dining space. Just look at it from this angle. It's just really cool. It all feeds in together, so you kind of feel like you're always getting a bit of the outside, no matter where you are inside.
There's two of them that are open right here if you just want to.
Yes, I do. So you do have multiple doors here. I'm just door inept. So and look at this space. Man. You don't have to worry about literally anything back here. Everything's all pavers, so you can just hang out, relax, not have to worry about picking up leaves. You're not going to have bugs coming around because there's nowhere for them to live, nothing for them to eat. Got some firewood over here. You have a little burn pit right here. Not burn pit, fire pit. Civilians don't call them burn pits.
Some of them might. So really small thing here, but this is always good. If you guys have wood piles out here in Florida, keep them off of your house. You don't necessarily have to use something as aesthetically pleasing as this, but I always suggest you keep it away from your fence, keep it away from your house, because we are in a termite area. So if they decide to get there because it gets waterlogged, gets water damage, you might get termites there, and they might try to enter your home. Although this home wouldn't have any problem with it because of the siding or the lack thereof wood on the side.
Mm-hmm. A little passage here. So once you come down here, you have obviously the boat dock. And right over there is the bridge that we were just looking at. So if we come out over here onto the dock, as you can see, you can get a massive boat in this one. I mean, this pontoon is barely taking up any space at all. So there's the bridge, and Crab Island would be just past that a little ways. So super close to the action without being right up on it.
It'll probably take you maybe 8 minutes to get there from here on pontoon, maybe 10. Might be a little bit more than that.
Maybe just a little bit. But then right across the way, right over here, isn't that going to be the shack, I think?
So, staring at the camera, give me a second. Get my bearings.
Yeah, what about
No, the shack's way over here. It's way past here, because this is,
the marina.
yeah.
Okay. Because our office is right over there. Man, I could totally just be sitting out here, like, hanging on my feet over the edge, hanging out at the end of the dock. It was awesome. You could go way down this way to the west and go and check out the isolated islands. You got Spectre Island and some others over there. Super cool to hang out at if you wanted like the real private beach experience, because not everybody has a boat, and not everybody that has a boat knows about the isolated islands. So you can go out there and just hang out on the island, enjoy that. Or if you wanted to be around the crowd, hang out this way over towards Crab Island, hang out with all of those folks. Have your friends that have boats pull up on their boats over here and come over, swim in the pool maybe because this water's cold. I don't know. There's like so many options with this property.
So one of the really cool things that a lot of people don't think about, you know, we get a lot of folks that are going, hey, should I buy on the Sound? Should I buy on the Gulf so I get the waves? And a lot of people think that the waves, the Gulf of Mexico is going to be the ideal spot. But I have one argument against that, and that is all of the traffic that you see here on the Sound. So if you're out here enjoying the day, you're going to get a lot more visual fun. And then every once in a while, these huge, look at these waves, it's so cool. You'll get these huge barges come through. So right in between this marker here and the next marker that you can't really see, they've dredged it out. It's really, really deep. You have these huge barges with like hundreds and hundreds of shipping containers on them that will come through here, which are always kind of cool to see.
If you guys have any questions about this property, all of our contact information is on the screen. Just let us know. We'd love to book you for a private tour.
Baba, pretty house on the water, listed by us. Well, listed by AJ. Let's call it what it is.
It's us. It's totally us.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore in real estate. Don't tell anybody. Listen to us, though.
That's pretty
Trump
cool.
2020.
I like their little courtyard.
2024.
I don't know if you saw that.
No, I just focused on the sign. Oh, they painted Aquavilla. It looks slightly less like a murderous village. It really did. It did not look great. So this used to be white with like little hints of pink. And it just needed to be repainted. And it did not look amazing. We're back on the main road. All right. The sun is in our eyes, so we apologize for that. Hopefully you still have your Eclipse glasses. We're going to be hitting all of these beach access points that we're about to see right here on the way back. We're going to show you one. We're not going to hit every single one. There are 7 of these. These are the secret spots. Okay, you can kind of see, look at that, empty. You saw how busy everything else was? This is where it's at, because most of the people, they don't know that this stuff is down here. They're staying at one of these condos, and you know, so they don't think about coming down here. So that's where us locals go. What else I was gonna say here?
We're just gonna take you guys all the way down so you can see the entirety of Okaloosa Island's residential section. So you just kind of, you know, understand what it is. Again, all of your, you know, left-hand side is going to be your Gulf front condos, and then everything on your right is going to be your single-family residentials. You're still going to have some condos on the right, but they're not going to be, you know, so hotel-esque.
We're coming up to the end here. This is a good indicator if you're at the end. Is this water tower is the big one, or this right here is the Matador. We've done a video on this way in the past. I think we've taken it down since then just because it wasn't getting a whole ton of views, but we used to do condo spotlights and stuff like that. So if you have made it this far, you are not going to be able to go too much further, because as you can see ahead of us, we've got a gate. And with an armed guard.
So, Mongo just said we had to take down a video because it didn't perform well. So, speaking of that, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ding the bell so that you get notified every time we do another video. And we keep doing them for you because, you know, you're subscribing. Got a beach access.
Bing!
No, just kidding. More condos.
That's the sound of subscription happening. Bing! In case you guys didn't know that. So this is the first, or the 7th, because we're on the back end of it. The 7th beach access right here. This is actually one of the last ones that was renovated. And this one does have a gate on it, like a lot of them that you will see. I think actually they all might have these now.
Yeah, I think so. Because people were like parking there and sleeping.
Yeah, so they do try to keep that. So if you are watching this channel to find places to sleep at, you are going to need to use one of the main accesses we were at earlier over by the Boardwalk or at Beasley State Park. You are allowed to do that. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do it at Beasley State Park.
Beasley's got a gate too that comes down at like sunset.
Okay, so I was definitely wrong on that. So these are the restrooms here. They will close those when it gets you know, too late. They'll normally have a pavilion and stuff like that. The cool thing when you see one of these, if you guys are shopping, like at Seacrest right here, that's this condo right here, is that nobody can build here. So you're not going to have neighbors. So all of these folks up here that you're seeing, and Seacrest is one of the most cost-effective condos on the island for a good beach view. You can get these great side views for relatively inexpensive in comparison to, you know, to some of the other Gulf front or Gulf side view condos. Now, Seacrest happens to be a little bit older of a complex, so you do have to keep that in mind. But they are one of the few ones that have an indoor-outdoor pool combination, which is always kind of cool. So that's what the beach access points look like. They are all roughly the same. They've got, they've all been upgraded. A lot of them used to be just dirt, and there was no bathrooms or anything like that. But they have renovated them over the last, like I would say, 2 or 3 years to where they all have this, you know, restrooms now. They're very well kept. Access points to drag your coolers if they're on wheels, and as well as down the pier. And we've even got brand new condos like Blue. This thing is amazing. It's actually one of the few condos on the island I have not been in, but I have seen tons and tons of photos and videos, and it looks amazing.
Oh, you know what that means? If y'all are interested in a condo on the island and maybe it's blue, make sure you let us know so we can actually go tour one.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because I don't think I've been in one either.
Yeah, it's like that one, and I'll have to point out the other one when I see it. The breakers that we're coming up on was one that was like that for a very long time. We'll do other videos on the advantages and disadvantages. This is Island Echoes right here. They just repainted that one too. There's a bunch of these that have been repainted lately.
Yep, it's about that time. It's about that time. I'm actually about to put one of the breakers units under contract.
Really? So I was selling for like 8 years before I was able to get in one because they sold out so wildly fast that I couldn't get in time.
Their views are spectacular, and the fact that it's got like the whatchamacallit, on either side they've got like plastered wall I guess separators between the units, so you're not actually like looking into your neighbor's space when you're out on your balcony, which was really cool.
So this is one of the older ones. They have not fully, well, one of the first ones they renovated, but now it looks a little bit older, but it's still relatively new. This is Beach Access 4. I think we missed one earlier, but that's fine. We're not showing you guys every single one, but we did want to stop at one so you guys can kind of check it out. It's popped in my head. I wasn't going to talk about all this, but I'm going to while we're here. Every one of these condos has different pros and cons, guys. So like we just passed Water's Edge. It has a great parking garage that has covered parking for everybody. Some of these will have covered parking underneath the condos. Some of them will have Gulf front pools. Some will have non-Gulf front pools like this one. And this one's got tennis courts and everything. It's actually one of my favorites right here. And we've got one with a water park inside. We actually have two with a full-blown water park. One even has, well, actually both of them have lazy rivers inside of them. So super cool there.
Speaking my language with those lazy rivers.
Heck yeah, lazy river with, so the one at Waterscape actually has a lazy river with a tiki bar right at the corner of it. You can literally, I would imagine, float down, hey barkeep, bartender, whatever you call them, lady, brah, I don't know, and say, hey, pass me another margarita. So this is the breakers. This is what we were talking about right here. These ones sell out relatively quicker than a lot of the other ones, although that is slowing down just a little bit. But it's an outstanding complex. A lot of people like it because they're very good on keeping the rules at bay. So if you like people that follow the rules, that's for you. If you're a little bit of a rebel, that one might not be for you. I heard, I think his name is Wayne or something. They call him Sheriff Wayne. I may be mixing up that name, but they literally put the word sheriff next to his name because he just goes and tells people what is up and what they need to do.
So this is the one and only like boat dock area here on Okaloosa Island. So if you want someone to pick you up on a boat, you know, here you go. You just go out to that dock over there.
Yeah, so all of the other boat launch areas are always going to be very packed. The people that are coming out here, as you can see, the parking lot is empty. We showed you how busy the island was before then. That is because not as many people are coming out here to get picked up from a boat. So if you're going to Power Up Water Sports, which is the one I suggest, if you're looking for boat rental here in the Fort Walton Beach area, definitely. Power Up is the way to go. And I know I'm biased because I'm friends with the owner, but I didn't become friends with him until like way after we'd been using them forever. So I feel like that's okay to be a little bit biased. Now comes the part of the video I dislike the most. The part of the video where we have to part our ways. We appreciate you guys watching, as we mentioned a couple of times in this shaky video right now. If you guys have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell. You'll get notifications for everything we do from Pensacola to Panama City Beach and everything in between, to include this amazing island we are at right now. We do property tours. We do lots of good stuff. Anyway, do all of that and comment down below what you would like to see. If you have any constructive advice for us, or even non-constructive, you want to be mean to us, that's fine too. But
don't be mean to me though. You can be mean to him. Yeah. I don't like mean to him.
Put it down in the comment down below. I do read every single one of those, and that is me responding to all of that. So if you guys have any questions or anything, let us know, and one of us will respond.
We'll see y'all at the next one.
See you.